What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Action Sunday, and I am back in full effing force, baby. Yes, so if you haven't taken and heard my message, is that, yep, I'm back. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to get back to swing of things. It's really weird. It feels like ages since I picked this up and done it, but no, it's only been like, what, a month? But hey, I'm just glad to be back. I'm happy to see you all again. I apologize for the delay. Again, month of October was crazy for me. I just got married. In fact, there's the wedding band and all that. But anyway, let's hop into Action Sunday. So for anybody that has not seen Action Sunday before, I want to welcome to some of the new viewers and subscribers. So if you have not seen this before, well, I usually review and pick any movie at random. I usually talk about them, mostly action themed or any subgenre of them, and I talk about them, okay? But here's something funny. By the time this episode drops, it'll be 5 days out from the anniversary of this segment. Yeah, 4 years of me doing this, so yeah, I wanted to celebrate it now rather than later. So here's my 4th anniversary review for Action Sunday. So my tradition when it comes to my anniversary shows is I review a video game adaptation, because I think that's something myself likes to talk about, is some of the video games, since I am a gamer myself. Just talk about it. So, if you haven't guessed by the opening title sequence, I want to talk about Prince of Persia. And yes, like I said in my video a couple days ago, is that I both love this movie and I both hate it for a couple of reasons. All right, so. And of course, if you're not familiar with the Prince of Persia movie or Prince of Persia game, I suggest you go pick them up if you want to learn about it. It's essentially it's a pretty cool game. It talks about the sands of time, where it's a pretty cool game mechanic where if something were to happen to you, you can just easily rewind time using the sands and just get an advantage and redo any mistakes that you've ever done. So how did they take something as cool as that, the story from that game, and adapt it to the screen? You just do in a very unique way, but you change a few things. And then, of course, you whitewash the cast, which is the biggest thing that's been stuck in my craw ever since. And like I said, I both love it and hate it, because yes, I enjoyed the movie because it definitely followed the source. It very followed the game. But what pissed me off was almost every single main character was not even Arabian or Middle Eastern. What the fuck were they thinking? But then again, I get it. I get why Disney tries to go with this direction, is they wanted to make people watch this movie, because if you get no big names, you're going to lose fans. But then again, if you get new fans, it's going to make people question. It's a double-edged trade-off. It's a big trade-off. So yeah, and I'll admit right now, I think Jake Gyllenhaal did a good job, even though he hated this role. Yeah, he absolutely did not like doing this movie. Don't know why, but just hear for yourself. But yeah, what the hell? They could have picked any other actors, like I said. But I understand. Dan, I think it was a good way to go with this direction. Pardon me. But yeah, I understand. But here's the thing. No matter what, I think this movie was going to piss off some of the good fans, some of the diehard fans, and some casual fans. But after so many viewings of this movie, I realized it's not a terrible movie. It's a good adaptation, but I felt like there's a whole bunch that could be explored upon and improved upon. Also the whole adoptive son thing. They could just. I'm like, nope. I think they could have just changed it up a little bit. I'm like, I don't recall that anything like that being in the original story, but I don't know. No, it's just me. If there's something I missed, someone let me know, okay? If I'm missing something, please tell me, okay? But other than that, I think everything else was pretty cool. I love the setting. At least they stuck to the source material. They did some of the cool visuals. I liked what they did with the whole Sands of Time cool thing. It was really unique. But then again, this is Disney once again trying to do what they can, and I really think I'm glad that this was Disney's first and only video game adaptation that they've done. Then they realized, yeah, we made a big mistake, and just stopped, never did anything like this ever again. Well, if you count Tron, Tron's a different tale. And of course, if I had to compare this to another Ubisoft project, because I definitely felt a little bit of of Assassin's Creed in with this movie. But then again, we would eventually get an Assassin's Creed movie several years later. Now I have reviewed it on this channel. If you have not, go find that video. I talked about how much I kind of enjoyed it in some ways, but in some ways I didn't really like it. And of course that was back when the time when I had explained this to my sister-in-law. But that's a story for another day. But overall, it's not a bad movie by any chance. I just felt like they really have a lot to work. They if they tried to set the bar for this movie, I think they kind of lowered it. Like I said, I usually check my brain at the door and try to enjoy it. In spurts, it's enjoyable in some moments of the movie. Yes, when he first uses the Sands of Time. Yes, I think we were all waiting for what's the build? Where's this hat going? I want to see the Sands of Time. How is this going to work? But the last act just throws me for a loop and just kind of leaves me with a bit of a sour feeling. But at the same time, you're like, okay, it's done. But I'm like, but then again, I'm like, does this? But of course, I'm glad that they just kept it to just one movie, because I know this was part of a trilogy, the Twin Thrones, and of course the Latin. You get my point. There's more games to the Prince of Persia franchise for anybody that has never played it. But overall, I still find this enjoyable. But maybe it depends on where you like this kind of movie or not. And of course, if I want to compare this to, like I said, if I compare this to Assassin's Creed, I don't know. I feel like Assassin's Creed was slightly better. This one, not as much, but they're both enjoyable in their own ways. I don't know. It's your preference of how you enjoy these movie adaptations of popular video games. All right. So with that in mind, I was having a hard time trying to score this movie. So after much thought, I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. I feel is a good score. I'm not trying to be good on this movie. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Okay, I felt like it was fine the way it is, but again, most of us, we were expecting more. And of course, despite the whitewashed cast, which I really think they could have just made it a little better, just cast better people for these roles and for these characters, okay, instead of doing what they did, okay? But other than that, that does it for this week. I want to hear your opinions and your thoughts if you guys choose to watch it. I know it's available somewhere. Yeah. So that does it for today. Thumbs this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.